Okay, let's come back to atoms, elements, and compounds. We are starting the learning outcome simple molecules and covalent bonds, learning outcome number 3. Here it is. We make sure we describe in terms of structure and bonding the properties of simple molecular properties, especially the low melting points and boiling points associated with these simple covalent bonds, and in general their poor electrical conductivity. These are questions I pose to you again. Can you describe the properties of simple molecular compounds in terms of melting and boiling points and electrical conductivity? And another question, describe in terms of structure and bonding whether molecular compounds are good or poor electrical conductors. And the final question to pose to you is describe in terms of structure and bonding whether molecular compounds have a low or high melting points. Next slide. So we'll be looking at some knowledge and understanding. Here's the first bit. Simple molecular compounds in general have low and melting points and boiling points. Here's some examples here with carbon dioxide. You can see the melting point here is 56.6 and then minus 78.5. Chlorine gas minus 101.6 and minus 34.6, and propane gas having one of the lowest melting points in this group of molecular compounds, minus 187 degrees Celsius and minus 42. The reason behind that is as follows. Forces of attraction between the individual neutral molecules are low. The distance between these molecules, if we use the particle model theory, is great in a gas, so it doesn't take much energy to break up the lattice structure formed between the molecules and separate them. Next bit of knowledge and understanding here. Simple molecular compounds generally have poor or no conductivity occurring between each other. And the suggested reason here is due to them not be able to form charged ions. They are usually neutral molecules and hence cannot transfer electrical energy from one molecule to another. Therefore, they do not tend to conduct electricity. Here's an example of some of those molecules. Carbon dioxide has no electrical conductivity at root, chlorine gas, and propane gas. There are other examples, of course, but these are just 3 for simple molecular compounds. Okay, here's some more notes. Solids are regular lattice structures made up of particles bonded together. In ionic compounds, these particles bonded together are ions. However, in the covalent structures, these particles bond together are molecules. Here's some examples of lattice structures below. One is ice, water, and another is salt that we eat on the table. Not good for your arteries. Sodium chloride solid and H2O solid. Here's an example of the lattice structure, regular arrangement there. And here is an example of the salt crystal solid and the perceived arrangement of the structure on the right hand side. In general, ionic compounds tend to form solid crystals, whereas the simple molecular compounds tend to form gases or liquids at room temperature at least.